Welcome to VLSI lecture series. I, Professor Ritesh Dolakia, is going to explain you flat band voltage and example on flat band voltage in this video. And this video is based on my previous video only. In my previous video, I have explained you two-terminal MOS structure and energy band diagram of two-terminal MOS structure. So in that video, I have explained when you combine three layers of MOS structure, metal layer, SiO2 layer and substrate layer, at that time there is a banding of energy band in substrate layer. So that banding is happening due to work function difference which is there in between metal work function, SiO2 work function and substrate work function. So that banding can be nullified by giving external bias voltage in between gate and substrate terminal. That voltage is referred as flat band voltage. So let us try to understand all those things step by step, and after that I'll explain one example based on flat band voltage. So see, as I have told, when we have two terminal MOS structure, then there were three layers: metal layer, SiO2 layer and substrate layer. And if you see their work function, then they are having different work functions. So when you combine those three layers, because of difference in work function in between metal, semiconductor and SiO2 layer, there will be voltage drop that will occur across MOS structure. And that voltage drop that will appear across SiO2 layer as well as it will appear across silicon surface. So as if you nullify this voltage drop by applying biasing voltage in between gate terminal and substrate terminal, then you can avoid that banding of band which is happening in substrate layer. So the energy band which is getting band in substrate, which is what we can nullify by giving biasing voltage in between gate and substrate, is referred as flat band voltage. So to get energy band without any banding, voltage is required, is referred as flat band voltage. And that is what we are dealing with to give in between gate terminal and substrate terminal. So let us try to understand this by one example, so that will be resolving your understanding furthermore. So here we have been given with this question where consider the MOS structure that consists p-type doped Si substrate, a SiO2 layer and a metal gate which is made up of aluminium. The equilibrium Fermi potential of doped Si substrate is given by QFP is equals to 0.2 electron volt. Using electron affinity for silicon and work function for aluminium is given in figure. So here we have been given with this figure. Calculate built-in potential difference across MOS system. So built-in potential difference, that is what we are dealing with to calibrate. Now first of all, one should know what is built-in potential difference. See, built-in potential difference, that is a difference in between work function of aluminium and silicon. So here we are dealing with to identify work function difference in between semiconductor Si with p-type substrate and metal of aluminium. So here first our agenda is to calculate what will be the work function which is there with silicon. So work function for silicon that we can calculate as per Q of phi s is equals to Q into Xi plus EC minus EF. So first of all we should know what is work function. See, work function is amount of energy required to move charges from Fermi level to free space. So see, if you apply this much amount of energy from Fermi level to free space, if you give this much amount of energy, then we can move charges from Fermi level to free space, right? So if you see this work function, then that is what Q into psi plus EC minus EF, right? So that is what the basic formula which we have. So how to calculate this? So you see, we have been given with this value Q of phi F, and see equilibrium Fermi potential for SI substrate. So this is what we have been given. So how to identify this much amount of value? We have not been given with EC and EF, we have been given with Q phi F. So if you identify this much amount, then we can algebraically sum this, this and this value, right? So how to calculate this much amount? So see, this is what intrinsic Fermi level. Now intrinsic Fermi level, that will be exactly half of band gap, right? So here we have been given with band gap, that is 1.1 electron volt. So half of that is 0.55, that is this much amount. So total work function, that is Q into psi, which is 4.15 electron volt, plus this much amount, that is 0.55 electron volt, plus Q of phi for p-type substrate, that is 0.2 electron volt. So if you add these three, you see 4.15, that is this, plus 0.55, that is this much, plus 0.2, that is this. So that is what a work function which is there with semiconductor material with p-type substrate. And if you sum that, then that will be 4.9 electron volt. So now we have work function of semiconductor material, and if you observe metal aluminum, then its work function is already given to us, that is 4.1 electron volt. So built-in potential difference in between metal and substrate, that is metal work function minus substrate work function. So metal work function, that is 4.1 electron volt, and substrate work function that we have calculated, that is 4.9 electron volt. So if you take this difference, then that is minus 0.8 electron volt. So if you apply this much amount of energy by giving biasing potential in between gate and substrate, then we can nullify effect of bending of this energy band, right? So this is what energy band diagram without having a combination, but when you combine this, then you will be finding there is energy bending, right? And to nullify that, we need to supply this much amount of energy in between gate and substrate terminal. So if voltage corresponding to this is applied externally in between gate and substrate, then bending of energy bands can be compensated and energy bands become flat. So this flat band voltage is given by phi m minus phi s. So that is this phi m minus phi s, and that is what we need to give it in between gate and substrate terminal. So this is how we can identify flat band voltage, and this is how flat band voltage will make your band flat, which was band due to voltage drop in oxide layer as well as on metal surface, right? So this is how we need to understand how energy bands are getting bent and how we can make it flat. I hope that you have understood this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please do give your valuable suggestions. The reason is your suggestions motivates me, and based on that in future I'll be making videos which will be resolving your queries. So please do give your valuable suggestions. Thank you so much.